Yo, they are genuinely nuking Jasmine Crockett from orbit. There's not even a bus involved in this. They are throwing her off the side of the planet and going into the ether because everything is based on a lie, and yet they still run with it because all that matters is the momentum and the money. Guys, if you believe that Democrats are not throwing her under the proverbial bus for their own power, I've got some beautiful oceanfront property in the middle of Kansas for you to buy. It is a great deal. Listen, guys, get right into this. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. We told you this was going to happen. They are offing her politically. This is wild. Guys, Democrat on Democrat violence doesn't even begin to describe this. Okay. So you guys saw the video I did last night with the whole FCC thing with Colbert and James Talarico and how they literally lied and said the FCC blocked them. Never happened. CBS said it never happened. CNN said it never happened. Everyone said it never happened, including Jasmine Crockett's campaign also said it never happened. It doesn't matter. They're still going to run with it because they don't want a progressive in the power structure of the Democrat Party in Texas because they want a chance. You could do this video 8 different ways, but we're going to have some fun. All right. Guys, like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Take it away, Harry. Watch this.
You know, I'm going to quote one of my favorite singers and actresses, Barbra Streisand. There's a real Barbra Streisand effect going on here. What are we talking about here? Well, take a look here. Google searches for James Talarico. In the U.S., up 4,900% today versus Monday. How about in Texas, where you have that key Senate race going on there? Up like a rocket. We're talking about up 1,150%. So this has actually been very good news for James Talarico. You want that attention. You have that primary going on in a few weeks, and he's absolutely gotten it, both nationwide and, of course, very importantly, in the state of Texas as well, the highest on record.
Okay, again, keep in mind, the cause of this, the catalyst of this, is an overt, provable, and verifiable lie. 100%. Everyone has verified it. What's CNN do? Why, it's quite simple. Look, 4,900% have increased their searches for him. And in Texas, 1,150%. It's amazing for him. You mean lying, cheating, and stealing does wonders for politicians? That's weird. Man, it must really suck to be a progressive in the Democrat Party because they are openly using dirty, nasty tricks on your asses. All right, let's keep on going.
Never had more Google searches in Texas or in the United States than he did yesterday. All right, that is something. So talk to me a little bit more about this race. He is running in a contested primary in Texas against Jasmine Crockett. How's the money raising going?
Okay, you know, one of the things I think is so important, there are a lot of Democrats nationwide who want Talarico to win. And obviously this extra attention will certainly help. And one of the ways we know that James Talarico has generated a lot of interest nationwide is, look at this, the money raised, the Democratic candidates, $13 million for James Talarico. Jasmine Crockett, of course, the other candidate running, the other big candidate running, just $7 million. He's doubling up on Crockett in terms of the money race. He's been able to get his name recognition to go way up in Texas. Of course, Crockett, before this race, was a nationally known name for taking on President Donald John Trump. So Talarico really raising a lot of money. He has more cash on hand at this point, and all that extra attention going in the final few weeks, he's just going to have even more money. The fundamentals, the money fundamentals, really favoring Talarico at this point.
Guys, I'm just going to pivot a little bit real quickly. The money fundamentals are favoring Talarico at this moment because those are the things that are important. Does anybody want to tell him how much more money the Republicans, the RNC, the Republican election committee in the Senate and the House have over the Democrats? Anybody want to tell them? Because the Republicans have like $700 million, they have $100 million. You think that exact same fundamentals about money conversation is going to happen for the Republicans? No, you don't think so? That's weird because you would think that it would be important there too, but you know, it's just magic. Anyway, we're going to keep on trucking. I just wanted to draw that line together. Back to the throwing Jasmine Crockett under the bus. By the way, a little salt in the wound for the progressives and the lefties and the loyal lefties. The party that was empowering women and is all about the minorities is throwing her directly under the bus through a lie manipulation for a lily white Christian guy. Just want to throw that out there. Great job, lefties. All right, let's keep on going.
The prediction market saying about this race right now?
Yeah, okay. So what about the prediction market? What do we see? Chance to be the Texas Democratic Senate nominee. Look at this. On Sunday, Talarico was the favorite, but it was pretty close, a 61% chance. But look at that. It turns out this attention was very good for Talarico. The prediction market, Kalshi prediction market, having his chance go all the way up to 3 and 4 at this point, a 75% chance of winning that nomination.
So this is what Kalshi's saying. The prediction markets. What about the actual polling, which I think, albeit, was before the whole Colbert situation?
It was before the Colbert situation, but this is going to be very interesting because the polling, at least one poll, actually had Crockett ahead here at 47% to Talarico's 39%. Now, we'll see if that polling changes in the final few weeks of this campaign, but this could be an indication that the prediction markets are a leading indicator in this race because the polling is a little stale.
One of the most closely watched races in the...
Y'all, are you seeing this? I mean, honest to God, please jump into the comments because this is rife for just having fun with it. So, you're going to say on the Kalshi markets, it's so exciting, 75% chance for James Talarico to beat Jasmine Crockett. And then on the other side, in the next breath, you're going to say, yeah, Jasmine Crockett is winning by polling, and she is winning in the most recent averages. But you know what? The polling's a little stale. We're going to see where this goes. Let's not get crazy. Y'all, they are throwing her off the edge of the planet. Like one of those ships going off the edge of the sea in one of those 1500 maps. Yeah, legitimately. That's the SS Jasmine Crockett. Because they are throwing her so far under the bus. And I'll be honest, it is lying, it is deception, and it is gross. But they cannot lose their chance to take back the Democrat Senate seat with a Jasmine Crockett because no one likes her. It's almost like the progressives are getting thrown under the bus again by the Democrats. This is going to go really great. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to have so much popcorn. I am here for it in, out, every way about this. Because the bottom line on this, I told you there was it's like one of my mainstays for the last 12 to 18 months. There is a war going on between the progressives and the moderates and the establishment in the Democrats. They call themselves moderates. I call them all lefties. But they call themselves moderates and establishment, okay? The corporate money, all the deep influences of all the swamp. That is the Democrat establishment. That's the Hakeem Jeffries, the Chuck Schumers. Like, that's those people. Then you got the far left progressives like AOC, Pramila Jayapal. You've got Ilhan Omar, you've got Jasmine Crockett. They're all the far left progressive crazy wing. But now that she's running for the Democratic Senate, oh, boo, you can't step on the national Democratic aspirations of the establishment. We're going to have to offer you politically. Even though, yeah, you are a woman of color, and yes, you are a powerful, strong force and an amazing fundraiser for the Democratic Party, but now you have become a liability. So we're going to have to just make things up and go out and... I mean, if our lies happen to gather more energy and more money for James Talarico, you know, that's the cost of doing business. Worked. And I'll see you guys on the next one.